Welcome to another wonderful session with me. I'm glad by now you have understood everything you need to know about web design, the terminologies involved. Today, I'll be showing you where you can actually get cheap domain names. Of course, like we said, for you to get a website, the first thing you have to get is a domain name. Once you've gotten a domain name, you can head on to host your website on a web server. So the first thing we will do is first thing is for a client, like I said, if your client needs a domain, the first thing you should ask your client is what type of domain, or what is your preferred domain name or a domain. Do you need a .com domain, a .org domain, .gov, edu, or net, and the rest of them? So once the person tells you is a domain name, you just go on, add it, and search it up. So let me show you where we can actually get these domain names at a cheap rate. The first one is GoDaddy. Okay, number one is GoDaddy, godaddy.com. Okay, let's go to godaddy.com. This is GoDaddy, and over here at GoDaddy, we have actually got the name we want from our clients, or the preferred name our client wants to use. So what do we have to do? We just head on to search the domain name. Of course, if assuming your client wants to make use of digigla.com, that domain name will not be available because I have already purchased that domain name. Like I already told you that no two websites can share the same domain name. No, not at all. They can't share the same domain. Let's see. Let's try Digigla, and let's see what comes up. Okay, let's see exactly what we have if we search Digigla. That is the domain name. Okay, you can see digigla.co.uk is available, but not for the, you can see the ones that are available. So let's see whether they'll show us options for digigla.com. Okay, let's see. Of course, we can't find digigla.com. Let's search it so you see exactly what they will show us. digigla.com. Alright, so you have seen here digigla.com is taken. We still might be able to get it for you, but this is for, you have to pay a higher amount to actually get this. So what this website, they actually synchronize, like there are other websites. Let me show you. You can also get your web domain name from Namecheap. Okay, Namecheap. And another website I can also recommend to you is Bluehost. Okay, there's numerous websites, but these are the top 3 websites I can actually recommend to you for purchase of your web domain. Of course, you will see that you'll find out that even when I'm going to search on Namecheap and on Bluehost, it will still give us that same information that this website is already taken. Of course, this website actually synchronized together. There are all these websites that sell domain names and the rest of them, they're actually synchronized together. So they actually know when a particular web domain has been bought, and they will tell you that web domain is not available. So let's check it again. digigla.com. Let's see what we have on Namecheap, so we can confirm that. Okay, this is Bluehost. We can also search for on Bluehost too, but let's finish up with Namecheap. Okay, let's see what we have on Namecheap. Namecheap is about to show us exactly. You can see digigla.net is available, but you can also see it here that digigla.com is marked X, telling us here what it has been taken. So you cannot get an address that someone else has gotten. That is the same thing on the earth. Two of us cannot be living in the same house when we don't, like, we cannot be sharing the same address. We cannot be sharing the same address. So that is the same thing on the internet. No two websites share the same domain name. But what can we actually do, assuming this is the preferred name our clients gave us and they still want to stick around this name? What exactly can we do? There is something we know we do as web designer, and that thing is called domain name tweaking. Okay, what is domain name tweaking? It is simply either removing or adding one or two letters to it to actually manipulate it and get a different domain name, since we still want this digigla. So we can actually say something like like you can put on as digigla, and probably this should be available. Okay, you actually you either add one or remove one thing from it. So you can still see this digigla.com is available for how much? $8.98 per year. So this is exactly what we web designers do. And of course, as a professional web designer, you have to learn these techniques. When a client gives you his or her preferred domain name, you just head straight and check it. Once it's not available, you can tell the client. If the client say he or she doesn't have any other option, you can go on to tweak the name and check whether you will have a viable alternative for that domain name. But if you check, if you saw here very well that even when the .com domain name was not available, it doesn't mean that the .net, which is the network, is not available, nor the .org is not available. They are all available. So you can go on to still get this if it's for an organization. Okay, so for us to get this domain name, okay, after getting this domain name, what will we need to do next is to host it. Remember, we talked about hosting in our previous class. We talked about hosting. So we have different types of hosting. As you can see here, we have shared hosting, dedicated hosting, and a whole lot of them. Let me explain the shared hosting. The shared hosting is you have bought a particular. Okay, first of all, the advantage of shared hosting is one, it is cheaper. Shared hosting is cheaper. If you buy a dedicated hosting, that's a dedicated server, it is very expensive. Of course, I won't recommend this for you working on websites for a client who just wants to get a website or something for his or her brand. This is only advisable to be done for big companies, major companies, to buy their dedicated servers. So you can actually do that. But for the shared hosting, we normally buy the shared hosting because the shared hosting is like also planting that same house, that website on that's another person's land. Okay, so you are also building on another person's land, so you are sharing that place, that file with the person. That's wardrobe, like we already explained here. Where is it? Like we already explained here. Okay, you are sharing that space with that same person. So that's exactly how the web hosting works. So now we understand how the web hosting works. What exactly do we need to do? Of course, we just need to go on and pay for this web domain. We need to go on and pay for this web domain and also host it. So to do this, we just click on, okay, we will not make offer because we do not have access to this. So guys, I normally charge, let's see how much this will cost first. Let's assume you want to buy digigla, this other digigla. Okay, digigla.com. Let's see exactly what we have, how much it will cost us to get this website. Remember, I told you that I'll be showing you where you can actually get cheap domain names for your hosting, for your website. So for digigla.com, let's try to buy this. Let's just add this to cart. This is it. add to cart. Alright, so after adding to cart, what exactly do we need to do next? What do we need to do next? If we want to buy this website, what do we need to do next? You can see a pop-up has come here where we are being prompted to add what? SSL. Of course, this is becoming very familiar again. You can see this SSL we talked about. This is site security made simple, SSL something. So we said you must always add an SSL to your website so that hackers cannot easily penetrate your website. If you do not add SSL to your website, hackers can easily hijack the information or the data being stored on your website. So we must add SSL to carts. Don't worry about WordPress hosting. We don't need WordPress hosting. Just click on web hosting. This is the web hosting. So we are trying to purchase a land, okay, where we will host this our website. Okay, the domain name is the address. So this is the land we want to purchase, and the contents will be the web files. So you can see the cost of this, $21. Okay, let's add everything to cart. Don't worry about the professional email, VPN, and the rest of them. Let's just head on with what we have. Let's head on with what we have. So you can see 3 items have been added to cart, and that's about $36. Let's check how much that is in naira. Let me open my calculator. I want to show you guys something that you can actually do by just selling web domains. Okay, let me show you this. All right, okay, $36 times 500, and let me put 550 naira. That's the current rate for naira. This is a whooping 19,800. Let's call it 20,000. Guys, do you know how much I charge my clients for just web domain name hosting and domain name hosting, purchase and hosting? I charge my clients a whooping 27,000 naira for just purchasing their websites and hosting it for them. A whooping 27,000, and I do this to almost 100 clients per year. So guys, let's see how much that is, so you will understand for just selling web domain. You're not doing anything, for just selling web domain, how much you make for a year. Okay, minus 27,000. Okay, let's see how much that is. So I make 7,000 naira from each domain name, for just domain name. I'm not talking about the website that I'll go on to work on, and of course they'll pay me for that, but for just the domain, it is 27,000 naira. So 27,000 naira times 100 clients, about 100 clients. Okay, this is how much for just a year, guys. And there is too much for you. There is too much to be told. I told you I'll not hide any secrets from you at all. I am not going to hide any secret. So imagine making just this amount for just what? Domain name. Just buying this domain name, just this. I'm not talking about the website that I'll go on to design and every other thing that will be. Of course, they'll pay me 10 times the amount they are paying me for. I'll be 10 to 20 times the amount they are going to pay me for what they pay for their websites. So you can actually make this amount for just selling domains as a web designer. So there is more reason for you to become a professional web designer. So that is by the way. So once we go on to this, we move to checkout. This is how to buy it. Once you come here, you move to checkout. I forgot to explain something. Some people asked me, is it possible for me to get a domain name from Namecheap and purchase my hosting package from GoDaddy or Bluehost? Of course, it is very possible for you to do that. The reason why that is being done by most people is because most of the time, each of these websites, these servers or domain name sellers might have issues. You've actually been to a website where they'll tell you that the website is actually down. They'll show 404. Sometimes they'll tell you made an error accessing the domain name, but most of the time it's because the website is down. So most of the websites might be down due to this reason. That is why most web designers actually buy from different domain sellers. Okay, they buy the domain name here and buy the hosting from another web server or another website. So you can actually do that by just buying your website and domain name and also buying the hosting package on a different site. But these 3 websites I have recommended for you, they have a good uptime for their websites. If you actually purchase a website from Namecheap, GoDaddy or Bluehost, they have about 99% uptime. About 99% uptime. So you don't have any reason to fear whether your website will be up or whether your website won't be up. Of course, the downtime is the time when your website is not available. Okay, people can't see the content of your website. That's called the downtime. The uptime is the time which your website is available. And most these 3 websites I've shown you actually give about 99% uptime. Of course, I've told you, introduced you to another terminology you need to know about web design. So we just quickly head to checkout. Once you head to checkout, we will be asked to sign in. Okay, I have an account. If you do not have an account on Namecheap, once you head to checkout, you'll be compiled to sign in or sign up an account. So over here, the domain name registration, as you can see, I normally leave it as 1 year. Of course, you don't have to renew it, because if I renew it now, a client now forget to pay me, or I even forget, because I normally run the service for a lot of persons, so they will now charge from my account. No. So I normally leave this as not on auto renew, so just for 1 year. So the domain name privacy and all of that is enabled. It's free. The stellar edits, I do not renew this. I off it. You have to off it because I don't want to be charged. The stellar, this domain name, this is the price. This is the hosting package. The stellar, this is the hosting package for 1 year. So I do not renew it, so I don't get charged once a client doesn't pay. Okay, then for the SSL, it's for $4.9. So once this is being done, you just quickly head on to confirm order. So once you're about to confirm order, you'll be asked to put in your credit card details, and okay, this is exactly what I was saying. You'll be asked to log in to Namecheap and the rest of them. So if you do not have an account, you can go on to create an account. Okay, you can head on to create an account with them. I think I have an account, so let me log in my account and show you how it looks. I think I have some accounts here. This one should log in. So after purchasing your web domain and hosting, Namecheap will send you the details to your cPanel. Okay, the login details to your cPanel account, and they'll send you the password and everything. Okay, so the requirements is for me to log into my email and actually get that done. So let me log into my Gmail account and get that confirmation. All right, so once you have actually purchased this, they will send you information. The information will carry your cPanel, the link to your cPanel, your cPanel username, your cPanel login details. That's everything about it. So this is it. Okay, so I have to confirm this. The code is this. So let me just copy it and paste it there. All right, just paste it here and submit. I think that is all for now. So we should be taken to where we can actually input. Okay, you can now see you have to add your first name, company name. Okay, I can just put Digiglar, job title. You can just put I'm an entrepreneur. I can just put web designer. Let me put web designer. Okay, I'm registering on behalf of the company. Yes, I'm actually registering on behalf of the company, and the address, just let that in. Okay, and states/province. The states, I mean cross river states. Okay, postal code for my location. Okay, you have to know all these things. That's why I'm taking my time to show you everything. So once this is done, you click on continue. Once you continue, you'll be taken to where you can actually pay for this. Okay, as you can see, the information here, registrant contacts. Okay, let's leave that. I can choose to change this if I don't want to make it my own. So you just put everything here, you confirm everything you have here, and you continue. Okay, once you continue, of course we are being brought to where we can actually make payments. Okay, this is where exactly you can actually make payments for your websites and for your web domain and web hosting with the SSL. So you can just put the name on the card. So I won't be putting anything here right now because I do not want to purchase this. If I do this, I will be charged. I do not want to purchase this. So immediately you do this, you put every information, your billing information, card, your card information, and everything. Within a couple of hours or within 1 hour, Namecheap will send your login details to your cPanel to you. Okay, so I am glad I have been able to show you how you can actually purchase a web domain, okay, and host it. One last thing I want to show you is this. Of course, you have been, if you are in Nigeria, you have actually been ahead of when stuff like MMM came up. You know, people actually drag you into doing some Ponzi schemes and the rest of them. We tell you this website has actually been for 2,000 years. This website has actually been for 5,000 years. They are paying people millions. They are paying people 5 million, and the rest of them. Come and register. Look, guys, this secret I'm going to tell you is the secret we web designers actually use. We do not fall prey to things like this. Why? Because we actually have a tool where we can check for their websites, how long these websites have actually been in existence. And this tool we normally use to check for websites how long they've been in existence is known as Whois. So Whois, the website is whois.com. Let us go head straight and see everything about these websites. So Whois is that one tool that will help you check whether when the website was registered. Okay, so some person will now tell you, come and register. This website has been existing for 20 years now, you have been paying, and the rest of them. Now let me put this website. Okay, I have 1 or 2 websites here. Okay, assuming a website like this, let's just search this. Let's do Whois lookup. Okay, let's do Whois lookup to show us when this website was bought, was registered, and the rest of them. So this is one of the tools we can use to know when a website was registered. No, this is it's not Whois lookup. Let me check again. So you have to search. This is where we actually find that one of these tools is Whois. Okay, it's here on Whois. Once you come to Whois, you search the websites. Okay, so that website we have is this. Let's search it. Already it's just coming over. I don't know the owner of this website. Let's just check this website. Now you can see on this website shows that this is a registrar, and this website was registered on 2020 November 29th November 2020. Wow. It looks amazing. 29th is actually my birthday. Oh my god. But that's notwithstanding, you can see this website was registered last year. So they've been telling you this website has been in existence for over 10 years now. They are paying people, they are doing this. So as a web designer, you don't have to fall prey to all these things. Whois is one of those tools you can actually use to know when a website was registered. So like now I've showed you, assuming this website was the website, we now know when this website was registered. So we have checked it now. We've known when this website was registered. So you can actually look at the person that asked you. I told you, come and register. This website has been paying people for 5 years now. Breeze don't blow, found don't open. See the truth here. Just last year, we are in 2021 November, just last year, and it's going to expire very soon. It's still expiring on the 29th. Of course, that's my birthday, so you guys wish me a happy birthday. That's my birthday. So this is how you can actually know this was registered. The state was Lagos. I don't know how we now have country like US in Lagos. I don't really understand. This looks like a Ponzi website. So you can see every information like you see here. This is what I said. All the information. Namecheap will send all of this information to you. Okay, they will send this information. They will send your cPanel login. They will give you access to your cPanel. So in the later part of this video, we will be talking about how to work on our cPanel. I'll be showing you how to work on your cPanel and the rest of it. I'm sure you have enjoyed this training. And show you if you can actually get your domain name and hosting, no problem. You can come to Namecheap and purchase it for the purpose of this training, because you will need it for your practicals. Okay, that's much later in the course of this training, but for now you can just follow everything. But I'll advise you to get your domain name and hosting, so that even if you do not want to, you can use it for the practical purpose and end up using it as your permanent website. Just using a website you wish to use for now, then run the practicals. Even if you do not have, no problem. We will still carry everyone along to the end of this training. This is where I want to stop for today. I am really excited that you have understood a lot of things. We've been able to show you where you can get your cheap domains. We've been able to show you how to register your hosting and every other thing. I've also shown you how to actually find website when they were registered. Okay, assuming someone came to prank you and tell you stuff and all of those things, all those investment Ponzi schemes and telling you everything. So this is how you can actually know this. This is one secret we web designers use. So thank you very much for being with me up to this time. See you all in the later part of this training.